Hey there everybody, and welcome back to HealthWell. Were you aware that the trans fats found in some foods can be damaging to your heart and cause inflammation in your body? Because of the health implications of eating too many trans fatty foods, many food manufacturers have stopped using the fat or reduced the amount in their food products. However, some high trans fat foods are still available, and you may not even be aware of how bad they are for your health when you're eating them. So today, we're going to be talking to you about foods that are particularly high in trans fat. Trans fat is used in the making of some food products to help crisp them up, make them cost less, and get them to last longer. This type of fat can be made industrially or made naturally in the bodies of animals. The industrially made version is known to be problematic for our health, and while the natural kind is not healthy for us, it is not thought to be as bad as the artificial one. Let's take a look at the trans fat foods that are particularly bad for our health. Here are 19 high trans fat foods to avoid. Number 1. Microwave popcorn. Popcorn on its own can be a healthy snack that is full of fiber, but when it is consumed with ingredients like butter and solid coconut fat, it can be extremely unhealthy. There are microwave popcorns available to buy that are still high in trans fat. These products use partially hydrogenated oil that is kept solid in the popcorn bag until it is heated up. So if you fancy eating some popcorn, have a look at the packaging and try to choose a product that does not use partially hydrogenated oil. Number 2. Solid cooking margarine. To get margarine to stay in solid form, many manufacturers still use hydrogenated oils that contain a lot of trans fats or saturated fats. If you want to try a healthier alternative, then buy fat-free or reduced fat soft spreads. This will help to lower your risk of developing diseases like heart disease. Number 3. Chips. Bags of chips used to contain high levels of trans fats. These levels should be much lower now than they used to be. But there are some chip products available that are still made using partially hydrogenated oils. The best thing you can do is read the nutritional label on the food packaging to determine what ingredients the chips are made of. Number 4. Bakery products. Bakery products are often made using margarine and vegetable shortening. These products are traditionally made using partially hydrogenated oils. However, a lot of food companies have tried to reduce trans fat levels in their ingredients, so the trans fat levels in most baked goods are lower than they used to be. Trans fat is sometimes used in pastry products like pies and sausage rolls because it helps to make the pastry soft and flaky. So you should make sure that you check the ingredients of the foods you're eating. Or, instead of buying baked products, why not try making your own from scratch at home? That way, you can have full knowledge of the ingredients that are going into your food. Number 5. Cake mixes and icing. You might find cake mixes and icing products that claim to be free of trans fats, but if they use shortening as an ingredient, then they may contain traces of the fat. Did you know that if a product has less than 0.5 grams of trans fat per serving, manufacturers can round that number down and put 0 grams on the nutritional label? Because of this, you should check to see if hydrogenated oil is listed as an ingredient in cake mixes. Number 6. French fries. Fast food chains like McDonald's and Burger King have stopped frying their fries in partially hydrogenated oils, which reduces trans fat levels significantly. However, there are still some fast food restaurants that continue to use partially hydrogenated oil, so do your research before ordering. Number 7. Battered or fried fast foods. Battered and fried foods like fried chicken and battered fish are not great for your heart anyway, but if they are made using partially hydrogenated oil, then they can be even more damaging to your health. Also, because this food is fried at a high temperature, this can cause trans fat levels to increase slightly in the oil. If this oil is reused for frying a food, then the trans fat content will increase each time it is fried, making it more and more unhealthy. It is worth visiting the websites of fast food restaurants to learn about their cooking methods and see if their foods are high in trans fat. Number 8. Blended vegetable oil. Some vegetable oils contain partially hydrogenated oils, which are a form of fatty acid. Even if you find a vegetable oil that does not contain hydrogenated oils, it could still hold some trans fat. Studies carried out on vegetable oils found that up to 4% of their fat content was made up of trans fats. It is best for your health if you avoid foods containing hydrogenated oils and instead choose healthier options like coconut oil or extra virgin olive oil. Number 9. Frozen foods. Frozen foods like fish sticks, chicken nuggets, and spring rolls are known for containing high levels of trans fat. The best thing you can do is double check the labeling on the packaging and look out for trans fat and partially hydrogenated oils. Number 10. Non-dairy coffee whiteners. There might not be much trans fat in a single serving of non-dairy coffee whiteners, but if you regularly drink these, then it could be problematic for your health. Have a look at the product packaging to see if it contains partially hydrogenated oils, and if it does, consider trying another product. Number 11. Frozen dinners. It may not surprise you to find out that most frozen dinners are unhealthy. The fatty texture in your mouth when eating frozen dinners may be caused by the high levels of trans fats they contain. Trans fat can also be high in some microwavable meals. Number 12. Pizza. Trans fat can still be found in some pizzas, as partially hydrogenated oils can be used in making the dough. You should pay particular attention to frozen pizzas, as they tend to contain higher levels of this fat than fresh pizza products. Number 13. Crackers. Some cracker products still contain partially hydrogenated oil. It might not seem like a huge problem if you're eating 1 or 2 crackers, but the more you eat, the more problematic it can become for your health. Number 14. Shortening. If you regularly use a shortening product like Crisco, then the small amounts of trans fat they contain will start to add up, and you might be introducing unhealthy levels of it into your body. Also, some nutritional information on packaging can be deceiving, as it can claim to have 0 grams of trans fat, when actually it has been rounded down from a figure like 0.5 grams. Number 15. Ice cream. Some popular brands of ice cream like Haagen-Dazs contain trans fats. However, if hydrogenated oil is missing from the ingredients list, then this trans fat may be the natural kind, which is not as bad for our health. But most ice creams are still high in calories, so you should be careful not to eat too much of them. Number 16. Pancake and waffle mixes. Like with cake mixes, you might find partially hydrogenated oils and trans fats in pancake and waffle mixes. The healthiest option is to make these foods yourself from scratch, and you may also have more fun. Number 17. Ground beef. Although fast food restaurants have worked on reducing the levels of partially hydrogenated oils in their food, there are still high levels of natural trans fat in their burgers. Although natural trans fat is not as damaging to us as artificial trans fat, it is still unhealthy for us if we regularly consume it. Number 18. Frozen or cream drinks. These drinks are widely available in coffee shops and restaurants, and with all the cream and ice cream they contain, it is no wonder that they are not great for our health. Some types of creamy drinks have been found to contain up to 9 grams of trans fat per drink. Next time you're out and order a drink, have a think about what that drink is made up of, as often in cafes and restaurants, we forget what goes into the food and drink we are buying. Number 19. Dips and toppings. You may not pay close attention to the ingredients in products like salad dressing, bean dips, and gravy mixes, but it would be beneficial to your health if you check their nutritional information, as creamy dressings and dips may contain trans fats. In some restaurants, you may be served dips and dressings alongside your favorite food and have no information on hand to check the ingredients list. It is probably best to try and avoid products with unknown ingredients. We have discussed a wide range of different foods today that can all contain trans fat. We've helped you to understand the general types of food that may contain these unhealthy fats, but the only way you can be 100% sure if they contain them is to check the food labeling and packaging. If your trans fat intake is too high, this can raise your risk of developing heart disease and may create inflammation in your body and cause blood vessel abnormalities. Food manufacturers are better than they used to be at controlling high levels of unhealthy ingredients like trans fats. However, that does not mean that these ingredients have been completely eliminated. So, it is best to stay aware of what you are eating on a regular basis. If you eat a healthy, balanced diet, then you should not have to worry too much about trans fats. Do you regularly eat these foods? Do you think you might try and cut down on your intake of trans fat foods? Share your answers and thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you will not miss out on any of our videos on health, wellness, and much more. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.